Okay, thank you for sending me the documentation questions that you have. I'm going to try and cut right to the chase because these videos are limited to 5-minute video clips. So, and explaining this may just take a little bit of time. So, one of the first questions you had was where do I upload photos for the rotating banner to use? First thing I want you to take note of is that when you purchase a theme, that the theme will make changes to the WordPress dashboard. So whether it adds a few items here like these two, or adds theme options, or it has the theme itself in here, that's something you want to take note of. You definitely want to look at the documentation that came with your theme. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't have the theme, so that you may have to upload the zipped file for me to take a look at the documentation and the rest of the files that came with it. But to answer this question, one of the first things that you're going to want to do is, of course, upload images into the library so that the and it's not really called a rotating banner, it's called a slider, at least in this particular case. But you're going to want to upload the images so that it has somewhere to go to. So let me just kind of show you why. So go to Parents, go to Theme Options. And within theme options, if you actually look this over, and I definitely encourage you to take at least 15-20 minutes to look over everything that is in each one of these tabs, because this is not WordPress, this is the theme itself. So these are the options for the theme. With that said, you go to Home Settings and you notice, boom, right here it says Slider Options. Slide 1 is going to want to know, first of all, you can create multiple slides and then move them around. I'll show you that in a moment. But you can give it a name and an image URL, and that's where it pulls the image from so that it becomes the slide. And like I was saying, you'll notice that your cursor will change into a 4-way cursor, which will allow you to drag and change the order that it goes in. And if you don't like the particular slider that you made, just click that, click this, boom, it goes away. So give it a title and give it an image URL. But where do you get the image URL from? Well, we're going to need to add images. So we'll go to Media, go to Add New or Library. I generally go to Library to make sure that there aren't any files already here that I've uploaded. I went ahead and uploaded this for you to kind of save a little bit of time. But once you upload it, the first thing you're going to want to make sure that you're doing is make sure that the file itself is of the proper size. So you can have an image that is 800 by 600 or 80 by 1024, and that's going to be rather large, which you can edit within WordPress, but like I said, you may want to edit the dimensions or the resolution so that it matches where you want it to go. And in this case, your banner itself is actually 801 by 290. So with that being said, the URL for it is actually right here. It says file URL. So if you take a look at the page and you look it over, generally you'll find all the answers that you need right there on the page. So you copy this, go back to theme options. Once you go into theme options, you then go back into the slider, you give the title a name, boom, paste it, and it's going to pull up from there. Now, to kind of give you an example of why you want to make sure that your image is properly sized, make sure that whenever you make any changes in WordPress that you go to save the options. Somewhere on the page there's going to be an ability to save what you've just changed. So we'll go to Save All Changes. And then we'll click the page. We'll just refresh this, and you notice something funny is going to happen. Boom, that pops up because it's very, very large. It's 1080 by 768, so it's kind of large. So you can edit within WordPress if you want, but I generally recommend per the image that you're going to use, you just want to give it the proper size. So then the second question that you have is at the bottom of the home page screen is some verbiage and small 1" by 1" photos. How do I change the verbiage? So looking at this, I'm just going to click Save All Changes, and we got rid of it. Refresh the page. And if you're talking about this, that's one thing. If you're talking about this, is something else. And these boxes, this kind of designates that, once again, this is a slider as well. Kind of go over that real quick. Once again, looking over this, you'll notice that there may be some options in here. So the bottom there is your footer text. So if you want to change that right here, you change this. So, and you notice here, recent work title, recent work. And it's a lorem ipsum. So lorem ipsum. So you change this here. And the image is here, obviously a slider of some kind. You'll create sliders just like you did for the other page. So let's go ahead and click Save All Changes. Let's refresh. And there you go. If you have any further questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.